For decades, Thailand was seen as Southeast Asia's shining star, a tourism powerhouse, an export machine, and an economic model for its neighbors. But something unexpected happened. In just a few short years, the Philippines, once dismissed as the sick man of Asia, has quietly overtaken Thailand in economic size and global influence. And no one saw it coming. Today, we're uncovering how a nation of 115 million, scattered across more than 7,000 islands, is rewriting Asia's economic map, and why the rest of the world needs to pay attention. This is the story of how the Philippines rose to become Asia's new economic giant, surpassing Thailand, challenging expectations, and shaping the future of the region. To understand this dramatic shift, we have to go back 3 decades. In the early 1990s, Thailand was booming. Factories pumping out electronics and cars, Bangkok's skyline rising higher each year. The Philippines, on the other hand, was recovering from political instability, economic crises, and years of underinvestment. By 1995, Thailand's GDP was almost double that of the Philippines. For investors, the choice was obvious. Thailand was the tiger, the Philippines was the underdog. But then, history threw a curveball. The 1997 Asian financial crisis hit Thailand hard. Its currency collapsed, foreign debt piled up, and growth slowed. The Philippines also felt the impact, but its smaller, less leveraged economy meant the blow wasn't as devastating. While Thailand struggled to regain momentum, the Philippines quietly built a new growth engine: its people. Millions of overseas Filipino workers sent billions of dollars back home every year, creating a steady flow of foreign currency and boosting domestic spending. Then came the BPO revolution. Manila and Cebu became global outsourcing hubs, providing customer service, IT support, and creative work for companies around the world. Today, the Philippines earns over $35 billion annually from this sector alone. Add to that a young, English-speaking population, the average age just 25, and you have a workforce ready to fuel decades of growth. The real turning point came in the late 2010s. The government launched massive infrastructure programs, new airports, seaports, and railways. This build campaign didn't just modernize the country. It attracted foreign investors who had long avoided the Philippines due to poor connectivity. While Thailand's growth slowed to around 2 to 3% per year, the Philippines was clocking in at 6 to 7%, one of the fastest rates in Asia. By 2024, the impossible became reality. The Philippines' GDP reached $450 billion, surpassing Thailand's. But this wasn't just about size. It was about momentum. Multinational companies began shifting factories from China to the Philippines, drawn by lower costs and trade access. Renewable energy projects positioned the country as a future clean energy hub. And tourism rebounded sharply. Not just beaches, but eco-adventures, cultural tourism, and medical travel. But overtaking Thailand doesn't mean the Philippines can relax. The country still faces major challenges: infrastructure gaps, climate risks, income inequality, and political uncertainty. The real test will be whether the Philippines can sustain its growth for the next decade, especially as global competition heats up. The Philippines isn't just an economic story, it's a geopolitical one. Its strategic location between the South China Sea and the Pacific makes it a key player in global trade and security. With its economy growing faster than most of its neighbors, the Philippines is emerging as a stabilizing force and a new magnet for foreign investment. This isn't just about economics. This is about the balance of power in Asia. And here's the part nobody's talking about. The Philippines now controls trade routes worth over $3.4 trillion annually. Whoever it partners with, the United States, Japan, or even China, gains a massive strategic edge. This puts Manila in a position Thailand never truly had, a geopolitical pivot point. And in today's world, that's worth more than gold. But there's something even bigger brewing, a shift that could turn the Philippines into the Singapore of the 2030s. And it starts with a surprising source of wealth. Beneath Philippine waters lie vast, untapped oil and gas reserves. And deep inside its mountains are rare earth minerals essential for the global green economy. Lithium, nickel, and cobalt, the lifeblood of electric cars and high-tech batteries. If Manila plays its cards right, it could become one of the top 3 suppliers of these critical resources worldwide, a position Thailand cannot match. But opportunity comes with tension. As the Philippines grows richer and more influential, it steps into a storm of rivalries. China claims much of its waters. The U.S. sees it as a key ally. Japan and South Korea want stronger trade ties. And Thailand? It's not ready to give up its status without a fight. What happens if the Philippines keeps growing at twice Thailand's pace for the next decade? The answer will reshape Southeast Asia forever. Here's the twist. The Philippines' greatest strength isn't oil, minerals, or even location. It's the mindset of its people. Young, ambitious, globally connected. This is a generation that refuses to accept the limits of the past. Most people think the Philippines' economy is driven by call centers and exports, but here's the untold advantage that no chart can fully capture: its global network of citizens. Over 12 million Filipinos live and work abroad in more than 200 countries. That's not just remittances, that's a human bridge to the entire planet. From healthcare in London to engineering in Dubai, from ship captains in Greece to tech developers in Silicon Valley, this network opens doors that Thailand simply doesn't have. In a globalized world, having your people everywhere means your influence is everywhere. Another card the Philippines is quietly playing: education reform. Universities are pumping out graduates in tech, medicine, and engineering, not just in English, but increasingly in Japanese, Korean, and even Mandarin. For investors, this means the Philippines is building a workforce ready to plug into any market, in Asia, the Middle East, or the West. It's a versatility Thailand can't easily match. So what happens next? If projections hold, the Philippines could double its GDP by 2035, reaching close to $1 trillion. A milestone Thailand is unlikely to hit first. But there's a catch. Sustaining 6 to 7% growth isn't just hard. It's historically rare. Only a handful of countries have pulled it off for decades. Will the Philippines join that list? Or will history repeat itself? One thing is certain: Asia's economic map is being redrawn. And for the first time in modern history, the Philippines has claimed a position no one thought possible. Not just as Thailand's equal, but as its successor. From the islands to the world stage, the rise of the Philippines has only just begun. Subscribe for more information.